Hi, my name is Alan, and we're making this video in order to teach everybody in the world about a new scientific discovery. The Earth is not tipped 23.5 degrees. The direct overhead of the sun goes above and below the equator, and that's why everybody's always thought the Earth was tipped 23.5 degrees. But my discovery, the Zale Angle, shows that is not so. I'm going to show you some posters that will explain to you why scientists cannot see it, but yet you will be able to understand it because you still have common sense, and that's the key. The key to this whole thing is the realization that what 8 other planets do as they orbit the sun, the Earth does. Now, just to backtrack to show you what they currently think and have thought, this poster over here shows that in the beginning we thought the Earth was the center and the sun went around the Earth, and the moon went around the Earth also. Everything went around the Earth. From the 17th century until, I say, the late 20th, we thought of the sun as the center, which it is, and the Earth goes around it, and the moon goes around the Earth. What they're going to show in the future, after they've learned to think about it, the sun moves, which they know, and the moon goes around the Earth, and the both of them go around the sun. Now, this poster here, to my right, shows you the Earth, moon, and sun. The sun is color-coded red, Earth blue, moon yellow. This is a 10-year pattern, a 1-year pattern, and 29.5 days. The key thing is here, what we're showing is everything makes a helical. The helical is the key thing. The moon makes a helical about the Earth. The Earth makes a helical about the sun, and as I say here on the poster, the sun makes a helical about the center of the galaxy 200 million years. So for a 10-year period, which this represents, you can consider it a straight line. This poster, by the way, National Science Teachers Association has been selling it for the last 15 years, so it's helped people to think and see things three-dimensionally. This other poster over here, that's a two-dimensional perspective. Now, they know it's moving, but two-dimensional moving is still two-dimensional thinking. Now, when I took this to MIT to check it out before publishing, the only thing they challenged me on was this velocity I have for the Earth of 79,000 miles an hour. The orbiting velocity, 67,000. That's what everyone thinks, until I explain to them the obvious. The scientific community says the Earth's going 67,000 miles an hour around the sun, okay? They also say the sun is moving 44,000 miles an hour. We're moving with it. Therefore, I said to the professor, you square one vector, square the other, add them together, take the square root. First year physics. 25 minutes later, he agreed with me. The reason he could not see right away that the Earth would have a longer path than just going around is because they think two-dimensionally is what they conceive of when they think of the sun. The way they think is the Earth is the center and everything goes around it. That's astronomers and astrophysicists all think that way. And you and I would too if we were observing something from the Earth. We don't say, well, my eyes see 92 million miles away. No, this is what it sees when we construct the world. But the scientist should be able to take his mind and see, oh yeah, the sun moves, we make a helical. And they can't. Okay? But MIT agrees with everything on that. Those two posters, there's no problem. This is what they don't really see. I'm going to explain to you first what I said to the professor in 1991. I said, you, the scientific community, see the Earth orbiting in a plane, perpendicular direction of travel of the sun moving. He said, yes. I said, you see the planet Mercury orbiting in a plane at an angle with respect to that. He said, yes. I said, well, Mercury was in his orbits up here. It's ahead of us in the direction the sun is traveling. He said, yes. When it's down here, it was behind us. He said, yes. I said, therefore, the planet Mercury goes faster than the sun and slower than the sun. He said, yes. I then said to him, you see 8 planets, 8 different planes, 8 different Pluto was a planet in those days. So I said, 8 planets, 8 different planes, 8 different angles. He said, yes. I said, therefore, 8 planets go faster and slower than the sun. He said, yes. I said, it's illogical and unreasonable to think the Earth does not do the same thing. We are not special. He could not accept that because he was so concentrated on a geocentric world where the Earth is the center. Heliocentric is the sun center, geocentric is the Earth is the center. He just could not see it. So what he could not see is this, that the correct term is at aphelion. When the Earth is furthest away from the sun, it is below the reference plane, that plane through the center of the sun. That's July 5th. On mid-September, actually October 6th, it crosses the reference plane, the Earth does, and gets ahead of the sun, and on January 5th, it's furthest ahead of the sun. And then it comes back down, goes through the plane again. So it's going through that cycle all the time, just like all the other planets. Now, I've talked to many people at MIT, they cannot see that. Their minds are just too set in a geocentric world. In fact, PhDs, Harvard, MIT, other places, have listened to me, actually listened to what I'm saying. When they agree, which they do once they listen, they then have said to me, this is so obvious, the scientific community, must already know it. Well, they don't. And there are several things that this would teach them about if they would just learn. One, it explains the ice ages. The two angles, the Zale angle, 2 degrees 10 minutes, and the tip, 21 degrees 20 minutes, now add. Because those two angles add, the direct overhead goes above and below the equator, 23.5 degrees. In 13,000 years, they will subtract, and then the direct overhead will only go above and below the equator, about 19 degrees. That's, as they would think, the tip of the Earth changed. The tip did not change, but the direct overhead just did. So that's an explanation. Another thing is this, when they have the solstice every year, the tipped angle is stop moving the direct overhead toward the south pole and start moving it north. It's held in abeyance for 4 days because the Zale angle is still trying to move itself toward the south pole, and so that's why it appears to stay still in the sky for 4 days. There are many things they could see. And once they get to see the helical motion, which is very fundamental, they can also see many other things. All the planets, all the stars, everything moves that way. Many things in the universe move that way. And when I made the final measurements that we talk about, 21 degrees, 20 minutes, I came across another phenomenon that showed the Earth does not wobble. Now, all of the arithmetic, mathematics, everything associated with these things can be found out in more detail by going to the website, alansthoughts.com, and you can read about the real details of mathematics. I hope you enjoy knowing this ahead of millions of other people, because eventually everyone will be taught the Earth is not tipped 23.5 degrees. Thank you very much.